Hello and welcome back to this feature on my Instagram page where we delve a little bit deeper into mobility methods, approaches, recovery. I basically take requests of things that you want to know a little bit more about. So I was recently requested to know more about how to approach the pancake. So the position where you're in an extreme external rotation of the hips and you're able to bring your body down towards the ground. It's a position where the most common mistake I see is people not having their hips in the correct position. So here is an example of how much your hips are involved in this position. So I'm going to show you a video of an extreme anterior tilt, what it does to your position, and then you're going to see the difference between that and a posterior tilt of the pelvis, where you can see huge amounts of rounding of the back. So here is that clip now. So here I'm in an extreme posterior tilt of the pelvis. You can see what it does with the rounding on my back, and here's the anterior pelvis positioning. So as you can imagine, if you work on the position of your pelvis from improving your posterior tilt position into a more anterior tilt position, you can get huge gains in your pancake with that just alone. So if you're suffering with a huge posterior tilt of the pelvis, where when you're sat down you feel like you're curving under, what you can do is sit on a yoga block or a weight plate. And lots of people just sit on the block. That's not going to help so much so with your pelvis positioning. But if you wiggle yourself to the edge of the block, it's going to untuck your bum and bring your butt cheeks up and behind you, which should help tip you forward a little bit more. So what we're going to see next is a general pancake conditioning, strengthening movement. I'm tensing all of the muscles in my legs, my adductors, my glutes, my hamstrings, my quads, while having a weight plate on my back and trying to touch down onto a surface and come back up. So here's that clip now. You can adjust this mobility drill to your current mobility and strength level just by having the blocks a little bit higher up, or even just using body weight instead of using a weight plate, and then gradually building up the intensity. A more advanced method of improving your pancake is the next clip here. So here I'm focused on driving my heels into the ground, using a weight that's suitable to my strength and mobility level, and trying to reach forward, trying to keep my back straight throughout. And here is what you see most commonly is working on your pancake in a passive position. So just sitting there with your legs open, reaching forward and hoping for the best. It can be uncomfortable. I find people, once they get a little bit deeper, then they push themselves a little bit more and then hope to relax. But think about it, if you do just that method alone, you're going to be reapproaching this position, hoping that you're going to be deeper than you were the time before. Whereas a great way of helping your mobility is working with your nervous system and strength behind your movements and doing it actively, telling your body it's a safe range. If you're able to contract in the range that you're in, your body is going to assume that this is safe because you have that brain to muscle connection. So why not approach your mobility goals towards your pancake in a more strengthening way? So here you can see me in a passive pancake, pretty much praying to the mobility gods that it gets better with time. It can be quite boring. It's not entertaining. There's no brain to muscle connection going on here. I'm just hoping for the best. If you would like to know more about how to improve your mobility towards your goals, get in touch.